Hi guys, Red5 here, quick pickup video. I've been looking at this guy for a while and I thought I'd better pick him up before I miss the chance, and that is this guy, which is Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Bulkhead Autobot. I really like the look of this guy. His head just totally reminds me of the aliens in that film Fifth Element. That's the one I was thinking of, where they take the fifth element away to keep her safe. But a nice looking figure. I like the Autobot's transformation. I'm loving the weapon. I just love the sort of chunky look of him. So without further ado, I will crack him open and we'll have a closer look at him. There we go. So there he is out of his packet. I don't know whether or not he's going to be to everybody's liking. He's definitely going to be a bit of a Marmite figure. The plastic is it's a bit like the Megatron. It just feels a bit brittle, a bit cheap. The actual joints themselves feel very loose as well, but not too bad, I suppose. Great detailing. What do they call it? Great painting. Of the actual sides there, nice colours. He looks good. I quite like this detailing here as well. And this weapon of his has got a sort of a rotating action to it. If I can get that going like that. Whether the camera can pick that up. That just rotates a little bit. Doesn't spin like a wild buzzsaw like I thought it was going to do, but it's not bad. Good articulation around the hips, knee joints, elbow joints, and on the wrists. Head doesn't really move, and it folds away not too bad, although the hip joints are very obvious on the back there. But it just feels a bit cheap, and this guy cost £13, so it's not the cheapest Transformer in the range, although I think that they're better value than the smaller ones at £9. Anyway, so that's him in his bot mode. So I will convert him and show you what he looks like in his vehicle mode. Right, there's Bulkhead all made up. I've cheated on this video because I made the first half of this video a few days ago, and then when I put him together it just didn't look right. I couldn't get this front bit right, so I spent a couple of days just playing around with him, and he looks much better than he did in the original second half of this video that I took. So that's him in his vehicle state. Pretty good. The only thing is his hands dangle down a little bit because they're a bit loose, but apart from that they're not too bad. I like the look, I like the paint apps. There is a bit of over paint on some of the areas, but I suppose he is supposed to be an all-terrain armoured vehicle, so you can't be too critical about that. I also like the kind of pearlised or marbleized effect that they've done on some of the plastic there, which is cool. And it's definitely got a very meaty front to it, which is good, and the Autobot logo there, and the silver horns. I mean, maybe there you can see there's a little bit of over paint, but we won't be too critical. The wheels are a bit plasticky, but then Transformers are not renowned for their pneumatic tyres anyway. But overall I like him. I think he looks really good. His actual weapon, Bulkhead buzzsaw sort of weapon, if you can get it going, there we go, does spin, which is good. And there are a few pegs on the top and on the sides for that to go. So I suppose if you were going to have him on the side like that, you could get the weapon going. And he does transform quite nicely, quite neatly. All the legs fitting neatly and locking, the doors locking nicely. So it looks good, it looks solid. Like I said, the only thing is the hands, but I mean, if you haven't got the thing up in the air, upside down and on YouTube, you wouldn't even bother about that. But the rest of it, I mean, you know, that could be taken for the central transmission in the vehicle itself. So I think they've done a good job on that. And I think he was worth the he was worth buying. He's going to be a good addition to my collection. So there we go. So that is Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Bulkhead. I hope you like him. I hope you like the video. I hope it either makes you make your mind up and go out and get him, or at least consider him for purchase, because I think that he's a good Autobot in the series to collect. Alright guys, hope you liked it. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.